Let the training for the Alola League begin. Hello everyone, Trayman1 here. We're back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon anime review. Today we're covering episode 123, Z-Move Training Kiawe's Fierce Boot Camp. So let's go ahead and get into the summary of my thoughts. The episode wastes no time with jumping in with a Z-Move, and we get to see Lana and Primarina finally perform the Pokémon Z for the first time. This episode confirms that Lana's Primarina now knows Sparkling Aria, which makes sense because, in the games that's the move it learns when it evolves. We then get an interesting scene where Kiawe asks both Mallow and Lily, will they be participating in the league? And they finally decide that they will officially be participating, which means everyone in the cast is participating in the league, which is super exciting because I can't wait to see how awesome these battles will turn out to be. It's also revealed that Sophocles' Vikavolt has learned Signal Beam over the time of their training as well, which is cool to see because I was wondering how Sophocles going to be able to use the Bugium Z when all he is a string shot. Like, it's going to use Z string shot. I didn't think they were going to do that. So it's cool to see that he actually has a move that he can use the Z move with. Sophocles continues to fail to use the Z move, and this is where Kiawe decides that he is going to hold a boot camp to train Sophocles to use the Z move, and Ash ends up joining in as well. Also, I gotta say, I like episodes with just these three. Like, they're really cool episodes. Like, the bond that they share in these episodes is really cool. Like, I remember in the Vikavolt race, well, not the Vikavolt race, but the Chargerbug race. Yeah, that was a really nice episode with these three as well. I like how in the boot camp, they actually is setting up an actual, like, tent and everything and gonna be out in the wild doing some fierce training. Which Sophocles thinks this training that they're doing is kind of crazy and bizarre, but in reality, Kiawe is trying to help Sophocles build his stamina so he can use the Z-Move, which makes a lot of sense because, you're giving it your all when you're using Z-Move, so you gotta have a lot of stamina and energy to be able to give your full power. As we know, Sophocles is not very athletic as we've seen throughout the series, so he ends up failing all the training courses while Ash and Kiawe end up taking them all with ease. Now, I really do like the scene that happens here where Sophocles is about to give up, but after seeing Vikavolt giving it its all, Sophocles then decides, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it my all too. Like, this is kind of cool that we're seeing, this happen because this also happened in the previous episode in the Vikavolt race where Sophocles was ready to give up, but after seeing how much Vikavolt was determined to doing this, I love, like, how determined Vikavolt's personality is. Like, the series has been showing Vikavolt to be this all-out determined Pokemon, which is really cool to see that they've been giving it a lot more personality now that it's evolved. It ends up getting late, and basically it's end up telling stories, and Cal ends up telling them how him and Turtonator met. Which I'm glad that the Sun and Moon anime is doing this. It's showing, like, I remember they showed Lana met Popplio because Team Skull was messing with Popplio. How Mallow met Bounsweet because her mom got it for her to be her little sister. Now they're showing Kiawe and Turtonator. I do hope that we see how Sophocles met Togedemaru. That would be a really interesting story to tell as well, which I believe they will show since they've shown all the other characters in the series and how they met their Pokemon. It makes a lot of sense. And they're even going to show probably how Kiawe met his Incineroar as a Litten in an upcoming episode. So yeah, they're pretty much going to show off how these trainers met their Pokemon. Which, the way that Kiawe met Turtonator really surprised me because I wasn't expecting it to be like this where Kiawe was just flying by seeing Turtonator getting beat up by Corfish's evolution. I forgot the name. It's a really kind of long name, so I keep forgetting it. But yeah, it keeps losing, and Kiawe keeps seeing this, and he actually see that Turtonator's doing this for the little Pokemon so that, they can have fun in the pool too, which is really nice because they do show out throughout the series how much of a, how caring Turtonator is. Turtonator was literally shown giving some food to Togedemaru right before this. So I love how much they show Turtonator to be such a caring and loving Pokemon. Kiawe and his Charizard end up training Turtonator as well, basically so that Turtonator can learn a new move, which the move he learns is Shell Trap. So it's kind of cool to see that, Kiawe is the reason Turtonator knows Shell Trap, which is really cool. And Turtonator ends up winning the battle, and Kiawe ends up catching it because Turtonator really seems to have grown a bond with Kiawe because Kiawe has been helping Turtonator over the time as well, giving it berries and milk to try to, help it recover after losing the fights. Kiawe actually ends up getting an idea, basically to get this Crawdon to battle it out with Sophocles so that Sophocles can try and using and mastering a Z move, gaining a closer bond with Vigavolt in an all-out battle. Which I gotta say, I really did like this because in this battle we see Sophocles crying for Ash and Kiawe, like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Because in the series, Sophocles, Lily, and Mallow kind of do rely on Ash, Kiawe, and Lana a lot throughout the entire series because in the Ultra Guardian mission, it's mostly Kiawe and Ash going at it. Lana has been shown to be a really good trainer and, has stepped up for her friends too. So it's interesting to see that Sophocles has to realize he can't always rely on Kiawe and Ash, which is really cool that this happened like that. Kiawe did this for him to help him get better and to be able to defend himself in battle. Which the battle was really good also. Like, this Crawdaunt was not letting up on Sophocles at all. Like, Vigavolt was taking many hits in this battle. It was to the point that Ash almost ran out to save Sophocles, but Kiawe was like, no, this is Sophocles' battle. He has to do this. And which I really do like as well, because it shows how much Ash cares for his friends, which they've shown throughout the entire series, which is really cool about him. Like how, he's always ready to jump in and save his friends and his Pokemon. Sophocles even tries to get Vigavolt to run, but Vigavolt wants to stay and protect Sophocles, so it keeps fighting. Which, I do love this about Vigavolt. I said this earlier, I said this again. Vigavolt is like really determined, which I love about his personality. And this inspires Sophocles to keep on battling. We get to see Sophocles, Vigavolt taking many hits by this Crawdaunt, but Sophocles ends up coming up with new strategies to try and get out of the situation and land some great hits. Even landing a super effective discharge on it. And it's till Sophocles gets so into the battle that him and Vigavolt can finally perform the Z move since they are fully in sync in this battle. Which is really cool to see that took for Sophocles to have to, battle seriously and to, try and help his Vigavolt in order to use the Z move. Which, the bug Z move, it looked kind of cool in the anime. It wasn't too amazing. Like, I don't even really like this Z move too much in the games. But the anime did animate it pretty nicely, and I gotta say, it looked pretty powerful. It even took out this Crawdaunt, which was really cool. And of course, this Crawdaunt comes up to Kiawe, gives him a fist bump, and they kind of do the whole after it lost to us, it changed its ways type of scenarios, which is, it's pretty. We've seen this before, so I kind of could tell this was gonna happen. Like, I knew this Crawdaunt was going to be evil. And I'm kind of glad that they're actually friends. Like, Tornado and Crawdaunt are friends now. It's really cool. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of upset that we didn't get to see Mallow, Lana, and Lily doing too much training at Lily's house. But I'm kind of okay with it because I noticed they couldn't really focus on both plots in one episode. Like, this episode was perfect to be for Sophocles. Like, I do feel like a future episode will focus on both Lily and Mallow perfecting their Z moves. So, I would prefer them to get their own episode instead of, being shoved into this one where we have to go back and forth between the two plots. That wouldn't have been, I don't know. I think that what they're doing now, or giving them separate episodes, is kind of going to be much better development for these characters. Overall, I feel like this was a nice development episode for Sophocles. Sophocles has been getting a lot of development lately too, with, Vigavolt, which I'm liking that they're focusing on the other characters. Like, the past, ever since the Pony arc, Sophocles has just been getting a lot of development back to back to back, which is really good to see that, how serious they are for the Alola League. Like, the training, the amount of training and getting ready and just everything. Like, the Alola League is seriously coming, and we can actually see that they're actually really trying their best to get ready for it, which I really do love. Which is another reason why I'm okay that Mallow, Lily, and Lana weren't really too focused on in this episode, because in their own episode, I want to see Mallow, Lily, and Lana go all out in their training, have a whole episode to themselves where they're just going all out trying to master the Z move. And hopefully Lily and Mallow can recognize, they can't rely on Lana all the time, like how Sophocles recognized he can't rely on Ash and Kiawe, which, it makes a lot of sense why they're doing this, why they're trying to, get these characters better at battling and everything. I really do like that they're doing this to the Sun and Moon cast. With all the Alola League stuff happening, I'm so glad that they're focusing on training and getting better now. Like, I do love the development that they're giving to the Sun and Moon group ever since the Pony Island arc, which is really great that they're getting so much development and getting stronger. Like, it's going to be so sad too when Sun and Moon ends, because, everyone's going to be all great and powerful teams and everything, and, we have to say goodbye. But I know it's going to happen soon, but we got a league to look forward to, and we got to see how everyone performs in the league. I hope everyone does really good. Of course, Sophocles, Mallow, and Lily might not do as well as Ash, Kiawe, and Lana, but still, it'll be cool to see them battling as well. Personally, I think this was a great Sophocles episode. I would recommend it to anyone who wants to see some great character development, because that's what this episode has to offer. This episode was really nice. It was a nice paced episode, nice backstory for Kiawe and Turtonator, and just overall, it was a great development episode for Sophocles. Like, I'm so glad that the characters are getting developed, like, and getting ready for the Alola League. So in the comment section down below, if you already seen this episode, let me know what you all thought of it. I would love to hear, what do y'all think about Vikavolt now? I really have grown to like Vikavolt a lot since Charjabug. So that's another great thing, that I'm starting to like Vikavolt a lot more. Thank you all for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. TradeMan1, peace out.